High grade Zaku Amazing. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs Gundam Reviews.net, and I broke out the old HGUC Char Zaku 2, one of my first HG kits, and it's going to be appropriate, I hope, for this Zaku Amazing, the second kit from the high grade Build Fighters line. Let's find out about it. Starting with the August 2013 release date, it came out with the HG Build Strike before the first episode of the anime debuted. 1,800 yen you can make out for the price there from Bandai. What do you think of the name? Pretty silly, I think. At the same time, some nice box art though, although they are cheating a little bit by showing off an amazing booster in addition to it already being equipped. To the MS there, number 002 in this complicated katakana, much easier with the English there, Build Fighters. Don't forget you can pick up these Build Fighters kits and everything else that's going to be coming out from the good folks at HobbyLink Japan, and there's a direct link down below. I'm unboxing this on the day that the second episode of Build Fighters is going to be making its debut. In the first week, we got to see the Wing fight the Gan, before we got to see the Build Strike, the first lead, take over and get some revenge against its mono-eyed opponent. But of course, Amuro started with green Zakos before moving on to the proper color and the pink here. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of role this character plays throughout the series. On the cover, it's listed there as Tatsuya Yuuki, a custom-made mobile suit. Of course, we may be seeing a separation between pilot and actual constructor, and it's going to be neat to see just exactly what changes the amazing booster is going to be giving to the very well-known Zaku 2 frame. Sure colors for the most part, and then you can see all sorts of extra weapons and assortments. It's sort of very Super Zaku-ish that we've seen not too long ago with a big gun in hand. It's going to be neat to see exactly how those legs and all the shoulder armors look, and you can see that he's also got a very nice backpack there, something that the original HGUC doesn't. The stats are there with a head height of 18 meters, as you'd expect. Zaku Amazing, the Crimson Comment. So let's go find out about the second name of Yuki Tatsuya's suit. There you can see, of course, the poster, as the Zaku Amazing is pretty prominently featured there, along with the first lead, and you can also see the Wing Fettuccine back there, or whatever it's called. Looking forward to seeing the relationship between the characters and MSs, and will they last 50 episodes in these suits? The other side is going to be focused on the weapons and accessories, and what do you think of Char with a handgun? Well, of course, it's not him, but it is looking a little bit interesting. It'll be a question of how many pieces of plastic that is. The long rifle looking interesting, and as you move over, you'll see hand blades, which hopefully can get stowed back there in the actual backpack, and rocket launchers over the shoulders, looking silly. Just one color, but they're definitely going to be adding some firepower there. It looks like you can also move them around to the legs. Very different shoulder shields there if you wanted to go for a tightest shoulder smash or something Maxter might do. It's going to be neat to see exactly what the reactive armor is going to be providing and how those legs work down there. But as is the normal for new HGUCs, we're going to be getting lots of manipulators. That's a big step up on the old one. So let's go find what else has changed with the plates. As when you crack it open, you're going to be getting some familiar four colors there, a little bit of seals. Gray for the inner frame. These look like amazing booster parts there. Some nice red, the new Char red, I'm assuming. Some piping down there separate, lots of the traditional pink, along with the manual, and, why not said, some feedback. And before the close look, you'll notice that this half is going to be the plates that make up the Zaku body, and it is the newer type, whereas you are going to be getting a lot of plates that are specific for the Amazing, although only two colors. And though this is the B plate, I'm going to start with this, and what's the first thing to check out? It's going to say HGUC 1144th MS06R Zaku 2, High Mobility Type, copyright 2012. So it's not going to be my old school Zaku, which is the first thing that I wondered when they announced the Zaku Amazing, which is going to be good because we get more Char in new colors with better posability and everything else, and weapons, and just more mobility. Always a plus. So here you can see the nice three colors. You're going to get the familiar shoulders there, the fancy looking backpack, some extra little colors there, and the familiar pink feet, which of course can be swapped off whether it's Shin Matsunaga or the upcoming Johnny Ridden. The real A plate here is going to give you lots of manipulators, and you can just see that depending on which one of the aces that Bandai's printing at the time, that all of these plates are movable as they can get the parts in the appropriate colors. Very well designed, and you know that they had the Zaku Amazing in mind at the same time they were designing it. C1 here is the only C plate, the same name bar on there, as you can see the familiar shield, which may not get utilized here. Also the ability to put some parts on the legs, but you're not going to be getting seals for them upon a quick inspection. 2 different commander antennas definitely needed if you want to sharify this. The back of the hands and the shoulders are looking good, but a lot of the details in these high mobility kits are going to be really appreciated when you get to zoom in, and if you put some time to either seal, paint, or just put some extra attention into the legs, they can look great. Though they're not necessarily going to be needed for the Amazing version, the E-plate is going to be giving us the traditional Zaku weapons and a little bit of the inner frame. Lots of thrusters there if you want to go and paint them up separate, but you can see the Heat Hawk and the machine gun, everything looking just a little bit lonely compared to what's to come. With the piping being nowhere near as good as what you'd get with the Master Grade 2.0s, but nonetheless, it's going to be quick, easy, and effective, and if you want to take the time to line, should be looking okay despite the lack of flexibility. And I've got to admit that I'm almost more excited about the prospect of a high mobility Char suit that we just saw with those earlier plates. But you are going to be getting the Amazing parts, and it says Zaku Amazing at the top for the G1 and the G2, this being the only difference over there. But those leg parts are going to be going to waste, as you can see, these special shields and these very bulky spherical looking legs. With lots more gray for the weapons here on the H1 and H2 plates, as you can see that these plates are small and designed to go in another box. The long rifle is going to be looking pretty okay. Not a lot of details in there, but there are some more manipulators if we didn't have enough already. And again, what do you think of Char, or whoever this is, with a handgun? Cover looking sharp outside of the cheat of having them both there. You can see the line art as the mono eye is going to be flashing in episode 2, and there he is, Yuuki Tatsuya, not wearing a mask. That's a little disappointing. Is he going to be the main protagonist? Let's find out together. With my anime reviews, which you can check out, but when you go to the color splash pages here, you get to see some more shots that we've already seen around there. Some interesting poses, definitely weapon-laden there. Action Base 2 is going to help you get them up there and go 2-gun salute. And of course, what are they going to be talking about? The Zaku-type mobile suits. There's my old classic. We've even got some seeds there in Luna Maria. Much loved and derided in Gundam vs. Gundam. And you get to see some information about the full armor types here. This one, not a lot of extra armor besides the shields, but the dual is looking good, and anytime they remember the 7, that's also fun. And for the color guide down there, it's going to be white 45, salmon pink 40, and yellow 10, plus gray for the main Char pink. And you're also going to be getting a little bit of a Zuki 60, wine red 20, white 15, and 5% blue. Quite a change from that old color. They show off the weapons, and in story it sort of makes sense. I really like that they're expanding the one-point technique from just showing the lining of the face, although you know that I don't go much further than that. But they're showing you how to get the marker on there if you want to add some silver to the blades, clean it off with a toothpick, line the piping. It's some actual nice touches that could actually make those weapons want to be displayed in hand. The high-grade lineup, of course, we've got the X Mao coming out, and if you want to get the build custom, you've got the booster and the Amazing version there. This one was disappointing. How will this stack up? But to go inside, you'll notice that it's a parade of X's. Everything on the A plate is going to be using, but about 9 pieces there. Tons of pieces from the C plate are going to be discarded, and from the E plate down there, some of the weapons are going to be discarded, although the classic Zaku weapons are still mostly going to get used, and no X's over there as you'd expect. You're going to be putting together the upper body, and you can see that from the start, they're already going to be incorporating the special weapons onto the backpack and getting them over the shoulders. And one positive note after you're putting together the body is that there's no over-reliance on seals, which the build strike definitely suffered from. The legs are going to be an interesting build there. It's all the higher letter plates, as you can see that the leg clamps that are going to go down and offer some stability are all built in from the very beginning, and after 3 pages of building, you'll have the main body done. Before it's time for a color page, ironically, for what are you doing? Just putting together gray weapons. Whether it's the long one, the hand blades, you can see the boosters and the rocket launchers moving down to the legs, so at least some play value there. And the traditional Zaku weaponry, looking poor when it's not in purple, as usual. But how about this for the stickers? A mono eye and a scope lens. This build strike is the way it should be. And Bandai, when you're starting a new line, you'd think that this would be the kind of thing that you'd want kids to be starting out with. Not complicated, folded over 40 different surface seals. A positive unbox in my eyes so far, much better than the build strike as you've been hearing. First of all, it's great that this is going to be the high mobility version and they didn't just rehash this old 10-year-old one. And it's sort of cool to see that we are getting 4 plates there just for the Amazing. Going to be cool to see that compared to the booster. And of course, just anytime you've got these colors put together, is it going to be a good character, a good MS, a good friend, a good enemy? Can't wait to find out with episode 2. But of course, stick around to find out about the model. I'm excited to see what this could give us. And as always, let me know what you think with a comment down below. Thanks for watching. See ya. And how many people are going to be buying 2 of these kits? One for build fighters and one to make a high mobility of Char's Zaku 2. Then again, how many people are just going to be buying this for Char's Zaku 2 and forget about the whole amazing fantasy that Bandai is trying to weave right now?